This is WKYT News at noon.
Welcome in. Flags are flying at half staff in Dallas today after snipers killed 5 police officers and wounded 7 others during a peaceful protest. Dallas's police chief has called it a coordinated attack, but details are continuing to unfold.
We'll have the latest from Dallas in just a moment and some local reaction. First, we need to keep you updated on strong storms that are moving through the area right now. And let's go to WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris on this WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day.
Yeah, it's the last one. I promise you that. We get off to your weekend, it looks much better. But right now, we still have that severe thunderstorm warning. This is not for downtown Lexington. This is for far portions of Lexington, far portions of Fayette County off toward the east, and then you get off into Winchester. Now the main bulk of the storm is actually out of Fayette County. Winchester right over you guys, Mount Sterling, Camargo, Hopeville, Jeffersonville, you guys are next in line. More than likely, this warning will be extended. As you can see now, it is extended into portions of Montgomery and Bath County. Let me back out of the way. Bath County, you're coming up too, and that's Owingsville. Now this will actually go until, let's see, this will be more of the 1 p.m. Time frame. That's when we're going to see this go until. So 1 p.m., that's going to be for Bath, Fleming, Menifee, Montgomery, and also Morgan and Powell and Rowan County. So just keep in mind, this is a big warning right here, but this is actually covering up most of our area back toward the 64 corridor and also 460. This is going to be a very wet go at it. Not only wet, but you'll get some strong winds along the way. About 60-mile-per-hour winds. This isn't an extremely impressive storm, meaning 70, 80-mile-per-hour winds. You're not going to get that type out of this. However, 40 to 50-mile-per-hour winds with this saturated of ground could cause some problems. So watch out for this storm as it travels on through. Mount Sterling next in line. You're already getting that. Owingsville, you still have about 15 to 20 minutes before this rolls through, and that goes for Salt Lake too. As you travel down US 60 and 64, very wet. If you're trying to travel anywhere in this location from Rowan County and Moorhead, you have about 30, 45 minutes all the way back to Lexington. Might want to just hold off a little bit. Hold off an hour if you can, because that is a nasty storm to go through. We're going to talk about when the southern zones actually get these storms coming up in a few minutes.
Micah, thank you very much. Now back to the situation in Dallas, and here is what we know right now at 12:30 this Friday afternoon. 12 officers were shot as a Black Lives Matter protest was wrapping up last night. 5 of them have died. 7 more remain in the hospital.
2 civilians were hurt as well. Police killed 1 suspect after negotiations failed. He's been identified as 25-year-old Micah Johnson. William LaJeunesse begins our top story team coverage with the latest on the investigation.
A night of peaceful protest turned violent. At least 12 police officers shot, along with 2 civilians, in what appears to be a sniper attack targeting law enforcement. Multiple suspects were engaged, and Dallas officials say police acted as quickly as they could to stop the shooting.
These were peaceful protests till this happened. But we also have to believe in keeping our police officers safe. And I know I'm going to redouble my efforts on that.
The shootings happened at a protest against police brutality. Dallas Police Chief David Brown says at least 4 snipers were involved in the attack, with at least 1 suspect dying in an overnight standoff after police used explosives to draw him out. The man discussing his motive with a police negotiator before being shot and killed by officers.
The suspect said he was upset at white people. The suspect stated he wanted to kill white people, especially white officers.
Dallas residents now trying to make sense of the situation, many describing an atmosphere of tension on Friday, not usually felt in the city. And as police continue their investigation into the shooting, people here say they're praying for the victims, civilians and law enforcement, of what's being called a senseless crime.
It's sad this is what it's come to. It's sad that there's so many innocent people that have to suffer by the hands of somebody senseless.
Communities across the country joined Dallas in a moment of silence late this morning.
Lexington police were among those who paused at 11:45 to remember the lives lost. WKYT's Kristen Kennedy continues our top story team coverage now. She is live from downtown with more on that tribute. Kristen?
Both Mayor Gray and Chief Barnard were out here earlier. They were honoring the Dallas officers killed and those wounded at 11:45 today. Lexington police, all of them who were working, were ordered to stop what they were doing, to turn on their emergency lights, and to hold a moment of silence for those Dallas officers. Mayor Gray asked that all police out here do so in a moment of solidarity with the Dallas force. We caught up with him earlier today, and he talked with us a little bit about the importance of understanding and of talking about what's happening right now in America.
We need to have courageous and difficult conversations about the violence. This is not what America is about, and our citizens know that. And this is why difficult and courageous conversations are essential.
Other cities in Kentucky, even across the nation, held similar moments of silence. Live in Lexington, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
Kristen, thank you very much. And London City Police, by the way, also held a moment of silence. Well, police departments across Kentucky are keeping an eye on the events unfolding in Dallas. In Berea, the police chief is asking the officers there to be extra vigilant today. Berea Police Lieutenant Jake Reed says they have plenty of community support, and he feels fortunate to serve the community that he does.
We work so well with the public here, with our city council and mayor, and we're very supported by those folks and the community. So I think in this part of the country, in this part of the state, we're very fortunate.
Lieutenant Reed says the officers did not lose their lives, rather they gave their lives in service to their community. Danville's police chief posted an emotional statement on Facebook that is getting lots of comments and attention today. Chief Tony Gray said, quote, "No one should be killed for being black, and no one should be killed for wearing blue." We'll continue to track the latest out of Dallas, as well as reaction from Kentucky. Stay up to date on WKYT.com. State police have found the car belonging to a missing couple today.
The vehicle was found abandoned this morning on Connector Road off Paris Road in Georgetown. Robert Jones and Crystal Warner were not in the car and are still missing. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is tracking the search from Scott County.
This field behind me, which sits behind the Shell station off of Interstate 75 in Georgetown, is where that missing couple's vehicle was found early this morning.
Georgetown police say they received a tip about a car matching the description. A short time later, Kentucky State Police confirming it is Crystal Warner's gray Volkswagen. The couple was last seen checking on a rental property in Springfield. The tenants there telling police the couple leaving around 7 o'clock Sunday evening. Warner's phone last pinging in that area, while her boyfriend Robert Jones's cell phone last showing use on Interstate 64 in Midway. This morning, officers and K-9 units searching the 40-acre field surrounding where the vehicle was found. Besides that car, finding no signs of the couple. Jones's ex-wife, who has been searching tirelessly since the couple went missing, says even though that vehicle was found but the couple is still missing, she is staying positive, especially for her 3 sons who are missing their father.
He loves his boys more. They're his best friends. I mean, my oldest son, Parker, they text and talk every day if it's, you know, the latest basketball game or, you know, how many points he made in his game yesterday, and he didn't get to do that with him.
From searching here in Georgetown, she is then heading to that rental property in Springfield. She says she fears something went wrong there at that rental property and that she believes the couple is somewhere between here and there. In Georgetown, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
And family members say the couple would not take off without letting someone know their whereabouts.
A man died in an early morning crash in Lexington. Police say 24-year-old Dalton Womack lost control of his car on Harrodsburg Road near Springdale and hit a tree. He was the only one in the car. Police do not know what caused Womack to lose control of that vehicle.
We hope you'll stay with us on WKYT News. There's a lot more coming up. You can rock out with a Kentucky mayor. We'll tell you about a fun event going on in the capital city.
And one of Kentucky's rising stars performing at the Kentucky Speedway this weekend. We'll have a preview.
Storms are moving through central and northern Kentucky, heading eastbound, and they're starting to actually develop to the south of that. We're going to go over that. I'm going to show you if I actually do expect some storms for southern Kentucky. That's coming up next. Still looking at that severe thunderstorm warning in effect. We have one out there, and that is actually for areas, if you go off into Winchester, still getting some really heavy rain in Winchester. I mean, you're adding up very rapidly. There's no doubt about it. At least an inch of rain fell here in portions of Fayette County and also in portions of Clark County as we speak. Mount Sterling, you're getting just the first part of it. You still have another 15 to 30 minutes to go before we push that heavy stuff on out of there. So there's a lot of rain within this. That goes for Hope Hill area. Make your way into Jeffersonville. Botts Park is getting soaked right now over in Mount Sterling. Owingsville, you're next in line. Salt area getting soaked here in just about 20 to 30 minutes. And so Salt Lick, you're next in 20 to 30 minutes. Moorhead, you got about 30 to 45 minutes. Sharpsburg, more than likely, this is going to stay to the south of you. At least the heaviest part of it stays just to the south of you. But 64, Highway 60, those are very, very wet go at it right now. So I just kind of hang tight if you have to travel those roads, whether it be north or west or eastbound. It's going to be a tough go at it with that storm. Up north, now these storms don't have any warnings on those. But let me tell you this, remember, with all the rain we've had the past week, just know that 40, 50 mile per hour winds, which are not in that criteria of severe thunderstorm warnings or severe thunderstorms, that is, those can still knock out some of those trees or knock down some of those. Maysville, you're about 10 minutes away, 5-10 minutes. Flemingsburg already getting in on the action, at least in some portions of northern Fleming County. This watch goes until 6 p.m. That's a severe thunderstorm watch until 6 p.m. Let's go through it real quick and let me show you what you can expect the rest of the day, because some of us are saying, am I being left out by these storms? Look at the development back toward the west. Now that comes through places like Danville. That goes through places like Marion County and down towards Somerset. There's 4 p.m. Go off towards 7 p.m. and most of that is long gone. Still far southern zone still dealing with that, but evening and night look much, much better. And it looks like we're going to get all that on out of here as we go through the next several hours. So it's just going to be a very rainy go at it the next several hours here, especially across eastern Kentucky. 7-day forecast tomorrow and Sunday. We're holding on to temperatures mid-80s and also low humidity. Guys, we're trying to push the rain on out of there. But still a small chance there for the weekend, but it's more about today trying to move those storms on out.
Yeah.
You keep pushing, will you?
I know, I'm trying, man.
All right, Micah, thank you. Coming up, if you enjoy music, you're going to love this.
You can jam with Frankfort's mayor this Saturday. We have details after the break.
Welcome back in. You don't hear a line like this much, but you can jam with the Kentucky mayor. It's happening Saturday in Frankfort, and it is all to support the arts.
To learn more today, we're joined by Mayor Bill May, along with Chester Thompson, drummer, and Shake Anderson, the band leader. Thank you all for coming in today.
There they all are.
Thank you for having us. We're so glad to be here. Thanks.
Before we get to the fun event of this weekend, Mayor, obviously, in light of what has happened in Dallas, you are very close to your police officers, the police department, and know the importance of the efforts that they carry out. In a time like this, what do you say?
Well, we need to do something to stop violence in our country. And our police officers are faced with dangers every day. And they deal with so much that they see, and we want police officers and the public to be able to deal with each other and not be afraid of each other. You know, so we need to bridge that gap between police and citizens to where people understand each other and not overreact in situations. And when events that have happened in the last few days happen, it's tragic and it's sad for our country. So our heart goes out to all the families of people who've lost loved ones on both sides in this horrific event.
Well said. Thank you.
And a lot of times music can unite, right? It can unite people. Shake and Jim, can you guys tell us a little bit about, what you're going to bring to this event?
Well, I brought Chester to the event.
Okay.
That's
You've done your part.
Yeah, that's my contribution. It's like I got him to come.
Right.
And no, we plan to really have a lot of fun, and just we're going to do a lot of different music, and there'll be a lot of people on stage, so it'll be a really good family, really a lot of good music for family and friends and folks.
You're going to tell us a little something about what you brought along here as well, some artwork that will be around?
Yeah, this is the Drumhead art project that I did with some of the city and county schools, to where the students, all the students in 2nd Street School, Collins Lane, and Peaks Mill were involved in working on the drumheads. The Collins Lane students all put their fingerprint on the drum there. This is 2nd Street where they took cotton swabs and dipped it into acrylic paint, and the Collins Lane students did this one. And we want to give special thanks to Kentucky Employees Credit Union for all the support that they're doing for this show. This show would not be possible without their support. They continuously support arts programs in the schools and the cities. So we just ask people to tell their elected officials, please don't cut funding to the arts.
Chester, you've been too quiet for somebody who's had such a musical career. Tell us about some of the folks you've worked with through the years.
Oh, goodness. Well, I'm probably most known for playing about 30 years with Genesis, and within that also doing all the tours with Phil Collins, well, most of his tours. And but I did Frank Zappa back in the day, and it's been a pretty fun ride.
It sounds like it. All right. And so you're right. You did good, Jake.
Well, see,
bringing him in.
Well, thank you guys. Jamming with the mayor to support the arts Saturday, July 9th. That's 7 to 10:30 p.m. That's at the old State Capitol lawn.
All right. Should be a lot of fun. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Coming next, one of Kentucky's fastest rising stars opens tomorrow's NASCAR race at the Kentucky Speedway.
We'll talk with artist J.D. Shelburne next.
Welcome back. He's one of Kentucky's fastest rising stars. You can see him perform this weekend at the Kentucky Speedway.
Artist J.D. Shelburne is here. Welcome in. Thanks so much for joining us today and bringing along your guitar.
Yeah.
Getting ready for this big NASCAR event, huh?
Yeah, let's keep the rain away.
Yeah.
You know, looking forward to it. This is my first time at the Speedway.
Yeah, tell us about that. Looking forward to it?
Yeah, of course, I'm a Kentucky-born and bred artist, and I've been in Nashville a few years. This will be the first time I've ever performed at a NASCAR race, and I'm performing God Bless America before the Quaker State 400 tomorrow at 7:30. And then just because I'm going to be there, I'm actually going to be doing a free show at Gate 12 tomorrow at 2:15 on the display stage, so I'm excited.
Are you a big NASCAR fan?
Not really, but I'm going to be tomorrow. You know, I've never been to they say once you go to a race live, you'll be a fan forever, so we'll find out.
You might get hooked, huh?
Yeah.
You're from Taylorsville, right? And a big event coming up there later.
Yeah, I got a new record coming out July the 16th, and I decided to come back home. I'm from Taylorsville. I moved away almost 10 years ago, and I thought, you know, I need to release this record. I want to go home and do a free show for my fans back home. And
that's great.
What better way to do it than home in my home turf and right in Main Street, Taylorsville. It's going to be next Saturday at 7 o'clock. I go on at 8, so we're excited.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
You like the stage?
I do. I love it. I love it. You know, I started at UK. I started playing music when I was in college at UK in between classes, and you know, once I got my degree, I was like, you know what, let's give Nashville a shot, and I've never looked back since. I'm excited.
That's awesome, and we are really looking forward to your music here coming up in a second.
Play a little something for us before we go?
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yes.
Well, meanwhile, let's catch up on weather and see how it's going to be at the Kentucky Speedway and all these events coming up this weekend. Here's Micah before we go.
Yeah, I would say at the start of the race, it's going to be much better than what you're seeing right now. Now, tomorrow I see no problem whatsoever, so tomorrow looks fantastic. However, let's talk about what's going on right now, still until 1 p.m., so we still have a couple of more minutes. Therefore, that storm that's rolling right across that 64 corridor, 460, and also heading over towards, say, Frenchburg, you're about to get the brunt of it here in just about 5 to 10 minutes. Next in line will be West Liberty in about 20 to 30 minutes. So it's heading your direction, but I do want to show you this back toward the west. Look at these starting to spark up here and there, okay? So that's what you got to be watching out for. Southern zones, southeastern zones, high resolution model showing that really sparking up. There's 3 p.m. and you see that. Now watch this. Watch this dive south and southeast. There's 5 p.m. going to 6 and 7 p.m. By 7 to 8 p.m., everything is long gone. Look up north. Not really much going on, just a small chance of rain. And that's what's given us an upgraded, enhanced risk down toward the southeast. Guys, Chris Bailey's going to be in here to get you updated the rest of the afternoon tonight.
All right, we'll keep watch on it. Thank you very much.
Young and the Restless is next, followed by the Talk It Too.
But before we go this afternoon, and before he hits the stage at NASCAR, I want to have a little listen here to J.D. Shelburne. Take it away.
I don't want to see that day they tear down my hometown, pieces of my glory days scattered out on the ground. It seems like every day it gets a little more run down. I'm tired of talking about getting out, so I'm packing up and leaving here now, 'cause I don't want to see that day tear down my hometown. There's a moving marquee hanging above a t-shirt shop, and broken stained glass in the church parking lot. They shut the lights off at the ballpark last time. Seeing my boy play there someday was a dream of mine. But I'm pulling up my roots, something